A few times I have felt like throwing in the towel as far as the Igbo project is concerned. But every time the stimuli has come, something has come up to encourage me to remain in the struggle. The latest stimuli was the solicitation by a very important person from Ozobo, my home republic, that I should join the group of Ozobo people that stay awake nights thinking about how our Republic of Zobo will be as beautiful, as grand, as great as all the places our sons and daughters want to emigrate to. What honor can be greater than that? For your kinsmen, Umunnagi, to say, come and join us. Come and reason with us. If they had not seen value in what I do or in what we do, because I do not act alone, I work with men and defenders, they wouldn't have solicited me to join them. So there is no reason to throw in the towel. Moreover, Olode, and as some funny Igbos would say, Eke Lolu Eke. We are all suited for different purposes. We all have strengths in diverse areas. Our job is to say those things that will make the people uncomfortable today, but comfortable tomorrow. Ndị Igbo, I listened to some of our political leaders, I mean some people allowed by Nigeria to preside over the affairs of the Igbos. They are saying nice things. They may also do some nice things. But ultimately, the fate of the Igbo nation is in your hand and in my hand. In the hand of every living Igbo. That is where our fate lies. And if we decide to do the correct things, Chukwu will be with us, our ancestors will support us, our children unborn will also support us. And brothers and sisters, what I want to say is let us look back to the time we produced the greatest group of republics in the world. Excavate that era, take some of the beautiful things found in that era and redeploy them today. The particular thing I want to talk about today is employment. I think everybody that is Igbo has to become employed. How did Okonkwo in Things Fall Apart become employed? Okonkwo went to Nwakibie, if I'm right. I read that book so many years ago, so I'm not so sure of the names again, but I think it was Ichie Nwakibie he went to and said, Nanyuku, lend me some yams. I want to work, but I don't have yams. Nwakibie, if I'm right about the name, gave Okonkwo some seed yams, and Okonkwo rose from becoming what the Igbos call Ogbenye Mberekembe to Ogaranya Ngada through hard work. Because there is a difference between somebody that indulges in illegality and becomes rich and somebody that became rich through the power of his hands. Before Okonkwo ended up due to the colonial intrusion that destroyed the Igbo republics, Okonkwo became Ogaranya Ngada because he decided to work. So I'm appealing to all of us, every Igbo, from 14, find something to be doing. Don't say you are not employed, get yourself busy somehow. Approach the nearest Igbo, make an appeal. I want to rear goats. I don't have money. Lend me money to buy 5 goats. If the nearest Igbo does not listen to you, if you are sure he has means, go to your town union. I'm a graduate. I've been in Abuja for 2 years. I don't have employment, and I don't want to stray into ọbụna ọnwaanyị iji ahụ ya wee chọta ego. Ọbụna nwoke ibigheri aka. Ịrọ ihe abụghọ nke gị anya. You want to go home and start a good pen. Town unions will listen. By the way, there is one area we have failed woefully. Igbos have been citizens and residents of the United States for close to 50 years. Same applies to Britain and a lot of other countries in the developed West. Why are Igbos living in these countries not telling Igbos? If you cannot wash toilets in Nigeria, if you come to America, you wash toilets. Your brothers and sisters that return to Nigeria dress very well. When blowing up the hair was in vogue, they will blow up their hair. They will wear jeans. What do you think they do in America? They do the odd jobs. Those jobs we will not do in Nigeria. They wouldn't even have the chance to work in barbing saloons because without documentation, you may not do that. But at home, we can start businesses. We can become engaged. We can become employed and watch those businesses grow. Before he died, Ekene Chukwu was the wealthiest Nigerian. I know what I mean by when I say wealthiest Nigerian. 99% of Nigerians that had wealth made their wealth from means they could not defend before God. They go into contracts, they take a trip of sand to the building site 10 times. But Ekene Chukwu made clean money. And how did he start? The story is there for everybody to research. If we have serious Igbos, who will not be fighting what they should not fight, who want to write, somebody should have taken up the story of this man and written a bestseller about it. We all grew up hearing that he was one father. He drove a car for an Anglican or Catholic priest that worked in Igbo land, who gave him the vehicle when his time for release was there. He sold it, bought an old truck, and turned that into the fleet that he ended up having before he passed on. I met a Brazilian when I was living in Lagos. He told me that in Brazil, people thought that Ekene Chukwu was a government. This was how he started. So, to recap and to cap, find something to be doing. Stop looking down on those things that you can do. Get body and soul together. Preserve your dignity. If you are in America, if you are in Britain, it's still the same odd jobs. But in Nigeria or in Igbo land, it won't be odd jobs. You'll be creating a business for yourself, and trust me, it will grow. When I talked about one of my friends, who also is like a son to me, has a master's degree in architecture. We all live together in Abuja. After listening to my talks for a long time, he decided to roll up his sleeves, become useful to himself and to the Igbo society. He went home to a town in Anambra State, started with 5 goats, and took off on a journey that inspired us to start moving towards the project of Ebano. 50 million goats owned by Igbos in Igbo land by the year 2050.